Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got from Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch and soon to be on PC. And that's the fact that we got another couple of developer background updates to go over, where pretty much, I believe back in August, they started this campaign where the developers would essentially be posting screenshots of places of interest in Monster Hunter Rise and give us a little bit of details as to either how the development came about to create that very specific area, what were some of the inspirations for the locales showcased in the game, or pretty much just interesting developer details or things to watch out for. Today we got 3 more locations all in the flooded forest, and the very first one that we have here says the top of the pyramid is the only place overlooking the submerged forest. You can actually overlook the atmosphere filled with humidity, and that is very peculiar to this very stage. Please enjoy it. And with it comes the companionship of an image, pretty much showcasing that the top of the pyramid is the highest point in the flooded forest. If you haven't necessarily actually climbed up that pyramid itself, it's a pretty interesting place. There's a couple of secrets, lore stuff that you'll also be able to find there, and some cool items as well. So I definitely highly encourage you guys to check it out if you haven't necessarily done so already. The next post that they actually shared actually says, check out the waterfall and the moon. This is a cool place where you can feel tons of positivity, and because it's nighttime, it feels refreshing. I highly recommend it because of the dignified colors. And with it comes the companion image of pretty much a shot of one of the waterfalls in the flooded forest. Remember that just in one of the background developer updates that we went over before, they were very much talking about how making just a waterfall like renders the way they actually do in the game was something that they worked on heavily, because water effects and water reflections is something that they definitely put a lot of input on. So this is another one of those examples where they're definitely very proud of the waterworks and the way they actually reflect in the waterfalls themselves. Moving over to the last bit of developer background information that we have this time to cover, it actually reads, this is a background not found in previous works. It is a favorite place where you can definitely feel the true nature. The red epiphyte is a new item that was carefully selected by the person in charge of production. The contrast in colors is effective and it looks great. Now, on a personal level, I didn't necessarily know what an epiphyte was. I had to look it up, and it's essentially a type of plant that grows on top of another plant, and they're referring to those red looking flowers or like leaflets, where essentially they're just growing kind of like on thin air on top of other branches or like other plants. So this is the reference basically that this is kind of like background effects that you couldn't necessarily have available in previous Monster Hunter games, maybe in World, but they weren't showcased then, and they're finally being showcased into Monster Hunter Rise. So it just kind of goes to show how much level of thinking goes into just a very specific area that you wouldn't necessarily give a second thought about unless the actual monster just happens to crawl around that area and you notice it. But it's just one of those things that it's just so cool how developers just are thinking about every inch of a game and how to basically make it look as realistic and as interesting and unique as possible. But that's about all the information that I have when it comes to developer background updates for this specific video. Hopefully we'll be covering them over whenever we get a couple of brand new ones as we head into different areas, because I'm definitely looking forward to see what kind of details they're going to provide us when it comes to like the volcano and the lava caverns. But if you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.